Alright, you've made it this far, round 9 hopefully, and you can kind of breathe a sigh of relief. It's not as hard from here on out. You can technically just run through the health route and get to the final area, clear it out, and be done with the DLC or get the trophy or whatever. Because both the gates close behind you, whether you take the money route or the health route. Obviously, it's recommended you take the health route though. Simply because you can max out your health and get through the level a little easier. Make sure you just max out your inventory. Don't bother really upgrading anything. Just make sure you have max everything. Max shocker ammo, SMG ammo, flares, grenades, auto turrets. And this level should pose no problem to you whatsoever. For some reason I ended up taking my time a little bit here, but I don't know. Don't ask me why. You don't even have to bother upgrading anything. I actually don't like upgrading the grenade launcher because the bigger the radius is, likely, you know, the better chance you'll be trapped within that radius and take some damage as well. So just be wary of that if you're going to upgrade your grenade launcher. So I get uber swarmed by a bunch of these guys here, and I end up wasting a ton of SMG ammo. Technically, the shocker would be the more efficient weapon to use right here now, considering it's such a wide range and it will pretty much take them out in you know, just a couple of rounds or whatever you want to call the shocker ammo, or a couple of electricity units or whatever. But before you take your route, make sure you clear this area out just so you don't have any guys following you from behind. And once you open up the health route, technically you can just run straight through the level and not even worry about anything. I don't know why I bother. Just keep doing what you normally did. If you're damaged when you're taking those guys out, they'll likely drop a lot of health packs. But again, it's not really necessary for you to, you know, go down and collect all the secrets and all the money, because unless you care about progressing past round 9. But if you just want the trophy, I mean, just get through the level. I skipped the ego gate and a couple of things in this level that could have gave me some extra money, simply because, you know, I don't need it, or I don't care to get more money, because once I hit round 9, I was just like, just pass this level and I'll be done with the DLC. So there are a lot of zombies that swarm you around this area, so just something to be, you know, to take note of. Drop an auto turn if you have to. There's not too many other places you would need an auto turn except for the very end. We have to clear out the enemies, and you know, just do what you have to do to survive. I take a lot of damage right there. You can see how powerful the zombies are in this round. But again, they're dropping a lot of health packs. There's like at least 4 or 5 of them on the ground right now, even after I recovered all my health. So you can just go around, stomp them if you want. Again, if you know, they get buried under bodies pretty easily, so if you see a faint green glow or something like that, just stomp it, see if there's a health pack underneath there. And you kind of want to keep a couple of them active on the ground, simply because if you take some damage, you can just go back and get it. If you progress too far in the level, the health packs will disappear, so that's something to be aware of as well. So you might as well stomp it if you plan on progressing quite far into the level. Good thing though is that there's no like policemen or army guys up here, so most of the zombies will go down with charge shots in one shot, which is nice. I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory from here on out. Not much to explain. If you went down this route twice before, so you kind of know what to expect for the most part. And like I said, you can pretty much just run through and skip trying to kill all these enemies. You probably will take some damage, though, if you don't take them out. But I mean, actually, I would recommend you focus on this area. Make sure you take out all the enemies here, because this pathway is quite narrow. So it's likely you will get trapped between some zombies and take a lot of damage. And it's not worth risking your life to try to run through the level, which is probably why I decided to take it a little bit slower here, and I ended up taking like 9 minutes, where you could technically do it in like 3 or 4 minutes or less. Because I didn't earn the trophy yet when I was making these recordings. And this is like, I don't even know what try this is, either like 6th, 7th, 8th try. I've made it to round 8 so many times and died like 4 or 5 times. I've made it to round 9 once and died because a slasher guy slashed me through the closed door in the final area. He was on the other side of the door. I was on, you know, in the final area where you had to clear out the enemies. And of course, the son of a bitch was able to slash me through the door when I backed up. I didn't know he could, and I was like, damn it. But it's not too bad because I wasn't recording that session anyway, so I was like, well, at least now gives me more incentive to replay the DLC and record and upload a walkthrough for you guys, because I want to help you guys out. Make this DLC a little bit easier for you, because I don't know, for some reason a lot of people think it's really hard. It's kind of, it is sort of, but I mean, you know, it's just pattern recognition, understanding what to do, tactics to use. Once you know where the zombies are likely going to be coming from, you should have pretty much no issue. So, and here you see me, this is the most effective thing. Just use a shocker. It just annihilates these guys. And I only ended up using like less than 200 rounds of the shocker anyway, so the med kit, you know, just a fail safe. Use it if you have to this level to get through it. But I mean, there's so much health. You should definitely be entering the final area with full health. The key, again, as with every round, the only thing you have to worry about is not getting swarmed, because as you saw in the beginning of the video, I took just like three slashes from a normal zombie. It took me down to 1/4 of my health, and so you got to be really careful, because you may think, yeah, it's pretty breezy, and even though I've been saying it's really easy, it is, as long as you maintain the distance between you and the zombies. That's mainly the key throughout the entire game. That and managing your upgrades. If you do those two things, combined with, you know, some tactics and stuff like that, you'll get through the level no problem. And you see me just skipping the Eagle Gate and the other health packs and stuff like that, just because it doesn't matter. I mean, I just get in this final area and I'm done. So I get here, I don't even waste any time. I drop 2 turns, switch to grenades, throw a grenade, switch to my flares, just start using all my supplies, because it doesn't even matter. Once I get through this area, it's done. So I'm just throwing everything. I don't want to be caught up by any zombies or anything like that. I'm kind of looking for those mini bosses. Here they are. The turret's going to work on them. I'm going to work on them with my shocker. Just take out everything. Don't even worry about trying to conserve or do anything. Just keep throwing your flares and stuff like that if you don't see any active. You know, don't get cocky in this area or anything like that. There's no point in preserving your resources. You're going to get a lot of money through this area, especially if you take your time and you actually go for all the secrets and stomp all the health packs and stuff like that, if you plan on progressing further than round 9 after you get the trophy. So, but yeah, once the music calms down, you know that you've pretty much beaten the area. You don't have to really get the money, and if you step on that acid stuff in the green patches, just sprint and the acid will kind of go away. And there I got lucky. I didn't have to deal with a slasher guy during the midst of the epic battle, so he came at the end and I was like, you know what, screw you, I can just run through the gate and avoid it. So I did. Collect your rewards and the trophy will pop in the game summary screen, and you can, you know, heave a heavy sigh of relief knowing that you beat Dead Nation. The trophies are pretty rare. I think they only have like a 2% completion rate on your gamercards.net and PSN profile, so be proud of your accomplishment. Never give up. There we go. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this series. Leave comments. Let me know what you think.